Me. Who? Me. Who?
I'm gonna steal your sunshine and I'll shit on your parade. Don't get me started on doing Michael Caine. My opinion matters, yours will fall in last place. I'm not shutting up and you'll be learning my name. Fifth in the family, but first in my mind. 1 out of 10, but I'm ranking just fine. We've only got now, there's no afterlife. Look, mom and dad, I'm just speaking my mind. Everything's coming up Kyle tonight. Everything's coming up Kyle tonight. Everyone's coming on Kyle tonight. Wait, what? No, nobody's coming on Kyle tonight. Everything's coming up Kyle tonight. You can't shut this mouth, but you're welcome to try. I only stop talking to drink, smoke, or eat and cry. I never shut up, gonna talk till I die. Gonna talk till I die. Everything's coming up Kyle tonight. You can't shut this mouth, but you're welcome to try. I only stop talking to drink, smoke, or eat and cry. I never shut up, gonna talk till I die. Gonna talk till I die. Gonna talk till I die. Gonna talk till I die.
Hey, we are live here with Kyle Mocha Won't Shut Up, Season 6, Episode 3. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in live, tuning in the future.
Yeah.
And as always in the past. Still don't know how you do it, but you keep doing it. But we're here live,
Yeah.
the final season. We're wrapping this dumb shit fuck show up one episode at a time.
And getting into some new stuff.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get into some new dumb fuck shit stuff.
Yeah.
We're always gonna be doing dumb fuck shit stuff.
Wrapping it up like my penis on a Saturday.
You just put saran wrap on
Poorly.
it. Poorly. The tip of it gets stale overnight because you didn't properly wrap it, you know?
My tip is always stale, darling.
All right, well, joining me as always is Mr. Justin Olimpedo. How
Hey,
you
man.
doing today, today, brother?
Good. We got some fucking empanadas today, dude.
We did. We got empanadas. They were recommended by someone to be named shortly.
Yeah.
And we went Taste of Brooklyn in Stroudsburg. If you're local to the Poconos, check them out. It is fucking amazing.
It's fucking great.
I'm getting a little bit of heartburn because I got the taco one. But it was really good. It was basically a Crunchwrap Supreme.
I mean, I'm regretting not getting the dessert ones.
Yeah. We left and didn't even think about the dessert after reading the menu and got back here and we were like, we should have gotten the fucking, what was it, like an apple pie?
Oreo and apple pie, I think.
Yeah, it would have been really good. It might have helped my heartburn to add some more sugar into there. I'm sure it would all come out heartburn anyway. I think everything I put into my...
I
don't think so. I don't think so at all. I think it accentuates it.
Yes, I think so.
Everything I put in my body just makes heartburn at this point. And speaking of things I put in my body, we are now joined by Mr. Zachary Storman. I put you in my body as in my mind. You were always on my mind. You're like Carolina. You're like Carolina on my mind, but I put you in through my butt.
Yeah, you're more like Midnight Train to Georgia.
Ooh.
I'm getting on you.
You're getting on me?
Zach's camera seems to keep getting
wow. You are freezing like crazy. We got to figure out what the fuck that is by the time
I
the show
thought he was
ends.
just sitting like that.
Yeah, no, that's just how he hangs. That's just how he hangs. Now you're hearing another voice there in the background. We are also joined by a very special guest. We have the one, I'm going to say the only... Spencer Fitch with us this evening.
So that's not true.
How many others
my
are
email there? Well, my email is Fitch Spencer because SpencerFitch@gmail was taken. So
that guy sounds like a dick.
There's at least one other. Unless it was Zach.
Yeah.
Pulling a trick on me.
Could have been. Could have been.
Maybe.
I have taken other people's names as like AOL accounts and then messaged them with it to weird them out.
And like charge them $10 for it.
Yeah. Be like, no man, it's the .com bubble. I'm trying a new thing. It's the AIM bubble. Yeah. It's a real good way to screw over your friends and make $13. Not all of them gave me the $10. Most of them just beat me up, and then when they were done beating me up, some change fell out of their pocket and I took it. Yeah. But Spencer is here. Spencer, you've heard his musical talent every episode of Kyle Mocha Won't Shut Up since like season 3, I think, season 2 or 3. He has the privilege of playing guitar. We have the privilege of him playing guitar on our theme song. Let's put it the right way there. And so every time you hear that guitar solo, that is this gentleman right here. So technically, we have the whole band together tonight.
Yeah.
And,
oh, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy to think of. And you are also a huge part of the album that we are releasing right now, Wasted and Waiting. You were the first and kind of the only person that actually responded.
Did your fucking job.
And did what we demanded of you. But yeah, you threw in a lot of stuff. The first track, Quitter, that we released 2 weeks ago, it literally, again, I know you said that it's something called slide guitar, Zach, but we're going to keep calling it whale noises. The whale noises were amazing. I love the noises. You can make a guitar sound like a whale. It's great.
Yeah,
it's
can you make
so
a whale sound like a guitar?
Probably.
Could you
it's
do
a
it?
secret. I'll teach you two finger trick.
Any type of whale? Any type of whale?
Yeah.
Yeah, sperm, orca.
Mostly sperm.
Yeah, mostly
As
sperm.
long as it's a male.
Yes, as long as it's got to be a male.
It's got to be a male whale.
Yeah, it's got to be weird to be a female sperm whale. You know, that's got to be a strange thing. If you,
I don't think they care.
I think they think about it all the
They're
time.
so big.
They're really big.
If you were in the water making fun of one, it would just eat you.
I'm just saying, there's probably some
That dude
woke
got
ass
eaten apparently
female
by a-
sperm whales that want the name to be changed.
Yeah, did you see that guy got swallowed by a whale? Got spit back
No,
out?
really?
Apparently, yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah, he
couple
got
days
eaten and
ago.
spitting out.
That's amazing. Would you want to survive that? I mean, I know you would want to survive something, but would you want to have been in the belly of a whale, Jonah style, or
I don't think he
or
was in
Pinocchio?
the belly.
Just like in the mouth a little bit and then got
Yeah.
dropped.
Yeah, I think the whale was like put him in his mouth, like, oh.
You're not
At that
krill.
moment,
And
at
spit
that
him out.
moment, though, how fucked do you think you are?
I definitely. Well, I would immediately assume it's a shark.
Yeah,
And then
well.
be confused why I haven't been torn apart yet.
Yeah.
But
Dude, a whale is so much bigger than a shark.
yeah, I know, but some of them are smaller. Like if it was an orca, that's shark-sized.
No,
Yeah, but
you
that
would
would
not
fuck you up,
survive.
though.
No, an orca would.
An
eat
orca
you.
would destroy you because it is a
It was
killer.
like a blue whale, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was in there punching his way out and
Like
they
the
just
brushes
spat him
for
out.
the teeth.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. I would definitely be freaked out, and then my idiot self would probably be like, "You can't go out the way you came in. We gotta go through." And I would just burrow trying to find.
That's when you die.
Well, I'd be trying to find the blowhole or the butthole. You know,
I mean,
I'm always
you die
looking for the
within-
hole.
When your oxygen runs
And I'd be
out.
going, Zach taught me this trick with 2 fingers to do. Oh.
You gotta find the
It just
whale's
starts singing.
prostate.
Yeah.
Humpback whale.
Yeah, that
Humpback.
as I'm dying, that whale sounds like a guitar. A humpback whale.
Humpback
Really?
whale,
Jeez,
yeah.
those are pretty big fuckers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you think you're a goner for sure.
That'll
would
be like
think
this.
so.
That should be the solo on the last song of the album. Just like you getting swallowed,
By a
fingering
whale.
a prostate. Yeah.
Yeah, and then making the whale come.
Oh, all right. This is all on Spencer. Spencer's got to find a way to make these noises happen.
You gotta make
Oh,
the whales
yeah.
come. You're probably closer to the ocean than we are, so.
Yeah. I'll get the whale. Then you do your thing with it.
All right. Thanks.
Okay.
Let me know when it's on retainer. Do we have to pay the whale? Is this just like forcing it?
Are we going down to the Lord's Valley
Yes.
to finger the whales?
We're going to pick up the whales. Yes. I was hoping to go to.
A bit of wild fingering, eh?
You always go to whale watching. I want to go whale touching. I want to go on a whale touching, but it's like an inappropriate touching.
You can fuck a dolphin though.
Well,
That's pretty easy.
They can
they will fuck you.
They will fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah. They are very giving creatures. That's what I've learned about dolphins. They're
Whoever
very
wants it
giving.
more.
The dolphin giveth, the dolphin also maintaineth.
Yeah. Take your virginity if you're not careful. Right up your pooper.
That'd be wild.
Right up your poop. How'd you lose your virginity? Well, I was on a 8th grade field trip and chaperoning. I was 30 years old, and
My uncle is chaperoning, and
Yes.
he took me to the closet.
my uncle is a dolphin, and we call him Slipper because he just slips right in there.
Slip a digit.
Jesus.
All right, guys. Well, in addition to us being idiots tonight, we do have a featured band that we're going to be getting to in a little bit.
Yep.
They are from California. They're really fucking fun, and I'm going to get into exactly how they describe themselves in a little bit. But the band is called Batshit Crazy, or as we've redubbed them last week,
El Guano Loco.
yeah, they're in California. That used to be
I hope they like it.
Mexico. I really hope they like
I
it
hope
too.
they're not offended.
I really hope they're not offended, but I also think they should start making T-shirts, even if they are offended. Let's say El Guano
At least 3 of them.
Loco. 3 of them.
For me, I need 3 shirts.
Then
want
6
3
of
shirts.
them. Do you want shirts, Justin?
Sure, I'll
Then
take 3
7
shirts,
of them. All right, you're only getting
7?
one.
Fuck.
You're only getting one. But these guys, I reached out to them on Instagram, and they've been featured on MTV's Ridiculousness. They've been on a bunch of Vans skate videos that they've been putting out online. So they're actually a really awesome up and coming band, and really stoked for you guys to be checking them out. I will say right
How
off
are
the
they
bat,
ever on Ridiculousness for doing something ridiculous?
for their music is featured in episodes of Ridiculousness.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
and some reason they're stooping low and letting us play them on our show. So we thank them for that. Now I had an idea. Speaking of band stuff, I had an idea for a T-shirt yesterday,
Okay.
and this is what I'm thinking. It's for brunch. No, it's a Rolling Stones T-shirt. I had an idea for a Rolling Stones T-shirt and an Aha T-shirt.
we could sell them at Walmart.
We can sell them at Walmart. No, I want to wear a brunch shirt that we could sell at Walmart. The way I'm thinking of it, it would be a light pink, not a neon pink, but a light, not salmon, actual pink, a light, soft pink, and in white lettering in the Eat, Pray, Love style font. It would say brunch, big letters, and then smaller letters below it says is also a band. And I think ladies would definitely like that shirt. And I think I would like that shirt. I think some anybody would.
I actually was
going
gonna order pink shirts for work.
Really? Like safety pink?
Like nice pink color,
Yeah.
but they were double the price of normal colors.
Really?
They didn't have
I
the
guess it's
normal
supposed to be
shirts, and
color.
you had to get the premium shirt.
I
to
did
get
notice
pink.
that.
And I was just like,
I was pricing
that's a
things
common
out for
fucking
fun.
color. Like,
Yeah. I was very intoxicated the other night and thought of that. And
I mean,
then
I feel like a lot of places are still dealing with shipping issues, so they're probably not getting
Yeah.
the stock that they're normally.
But I think pink is just a prime color that people really, really want to get.
yeah, I wanted pink shirts for work because you know,
Stand
it's
out.
pretty visible. Everyone's got Dayglow orange
Yep.
or green.
All the safety colors
you know?
are out there. Yeah, go with that pink. Go with that like I'm at a summer camp and we're on teams and they have to be vibrant colors. So if they lose us in the woods, they can find us.
We
type
have
of thing.
somebody, Miranda, saying V-neck, not crew, please.
Ooh, we could do it. That would be that really would sell.
the ladies,
that
yeah.
would definitely be a bigger seller there. Good.
There you go. I bet you didn't look up crew neck, Zach.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Working out in the
I
sun in a
didn't
crew
look
neck.
up V-necks. I don't wear
There you go.
Dude, I'm not wearing a V-neck.
V-neck.
Why not?
Work.
Deep
Stand
V for
out.
work.
Because I don't work at Hollister.
No. Deep V down to your belly button. I think it'd be
That
good.
would look great on me, Nate, and Fasano.
That would
Yeah.
look really good. I hope
That could be like your thing, though. You know. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
fat
why they
guys
hire
in
you.
tight shirts.
They do amazing job. Just don't have them around when your kids are around.
Don't
you know,
get too
It's,
close to the Italian one.
yeah, especially that one. Oh yeah. All right. So another thing that I came up with, an idea, and since Spencer is here, I need to ask all three of
I
you.
mean, you've already asked me. I am in. I think
You're
it's a
in.
good
All
idea.
right. So I have an idea. We've talked about.
We're
we've
gonna
spoken,
fuck a whale.
Yes. No, we've spoken in the past about doing covers. We've done a couple, like we did Christmas covers, 2 of them, and we have never really jumped into doing full blown covers. So
Yeah.
I was thinking, what would be the best album to cover in its entirety, and then also kind of the hardest album, and do it in the vein of how Train did Zeppelin. What was it,
Yeah.
Zeppelin 2 they did?
Yep.
And it's almost like it's perfect.
Just
like, it's
release
so,
it, like work on it in the background.
Yeah.
Kind of like throw it out
Yeah,
there
not
now.
announce
but
it anywhere except here that no one's going to notice, and work on it for a year, 2 years, whatever. But I think it'd be really fun to do a full cover album of Rumors. And what made me think that, honestly, was listening to Spencer's guitar playing on Quitter, and then listening to the song that we're playing tonight. I think
You said like Train. You want to try to sound exactly like it?
No. I want to sound as close to it as possible musically, and then just what our voices are. Like, kind of like diverge that way a little bit.
Who's Stevie?
I was listening to a couple of songs the other night, and I think that you'd be Lindsay and I'd be Stevie. I think so. I would go down the register a little bit, and then you'd be Lindsay because he's got that higher,
Probably Lindsay.
That high-ass voice.
You got to be able to do all that, and I just go bam ba dam ba dam ba dam boom bam ba dam ba dam ba dam bam ba dam ba dam ba dam.
All right.
I think it'd be a fun thing to do. Do you think that we'd be able to pull it off? Is my first question for you
Fuck
guys.
no.
No? You think it'd be a terrible attempt?
No.
Yeah, I think that album's too like singer oriented.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the trick is to like find an album where it fits your voice best, and then kind of like mold it around that.
Yeah, I
we're
really just
$3
want to
bill,
hear
y'all.
all of us playing the music. Oh, jeez. Well, what? Okay.
Well, we could just do one
song to try?
cover.
Yeah, we
No,
could
I
try
like
it.
the idea of doing a whole album. Though.
I
That's
like how you
that's
said
a challenge.
We've never done covers before. Let's cover an entire fucking classic album that everyone knows and loves. It's difficult as fuck.
That's kind of our MO, is to do stupid things. So I figured we'd do the stupidest thing by doing the best thing stupidly.
I think a band. I mean, you want to talk about difficult?
Yeah.
If we did any Dire Straits album.
Dire Straits would be
can't
fun.
play that.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh yeah, let's just pick one we know we can't do.
Okay,
Like,
so
let's
we're
just
gonna
shoot
do
too high.
Enema of the State. We're gonna do Enema of
Fucking
the
Rush
State.
or something.
Yeah, it's Rush.
2112.
Yeah,
We got that.
You got it, dude.
We can do all of the Chicago discography, right? We can do that. We've got all the horns and everything.
Let's do a full cover of a greatest hits album.
Yes.
We'll do Chicago.
Chicago greatest hits. Red Hot Chili Peppers. We can definitely do the Red Hot Chili Peppers cover album and sound nothing like them vocally.
John
if we did-
Frusciante is just as hard as that dude from Dire Straits.
Yeah.
Mark Knopfler.
Yep. I think it's a challenge that you two are going to.
if
I haven't
we
read
did-
fail
Strat.
at. No, you'll do it. You'll do all right.
What if we did What if we just did a cover album of
Like random cover songs?
No. Like we do a full album, but do it in our style. But it would be Traveling Wilburys.
We could definitely do a Traveling Wilburys cover album. All of us singing. It would actually be kind of fun. That would. Justin, I think your idea has won here.
But I don't know if
pretty
it
good
would be
idea.
in the Train-esque.
So who's who then?
What? I'm Roy.
I mumble,
Justin's
so
also
I'm just
Roy.
Dylan or
You are. I can be Roy and George, and you can be Jeff Lynne, and you can be all right. So me and you are just going to do everything on the vocal side of things, and then Justin will double all of the Roy Orbison song parts
Yeah, all right.
on the low end. Oh, the lonely, only for the
Who's
lonely.
Tom?
Petty. I would say you.
Guess that's me.
What? Spencer could be Tom.
Oh, Spencer, yeah.
But
you can be
no,
Tom.
no. Who is Tom? Really?
He's a petty Tom. He is a petty Tom. He's a dead petty Tom.
He is dead petty.
God, I remember.
Would we get in trouble for a band called Dead Petty Tom?
That's a good
Probably
name.
not.
Dead Petty Tom, I think. Oh, there's this guy named Tom. He was a real petty asshole. Then he died.
Tom and the Dead Pennies.
Tom and the Dead Pennies.
Yeah.
Kind of almost makes you think Dead Kennedys, like the way it like rolls off the tongue at the end there. But we're not going to sound anything like that. All right. Well, in addition to a bunch of music and bullshit, guys, we got to drink some things. So let's get into it. Justin, what are we drinking?
We drink it so you don't have to. Rub you in the morning from the bathroom. Cheap booze and craft brews. Rub you in the morning from the bathroom. What are we drinking? What are we drinking? Yeah!
All right, guys. So tonight we've got a couple of different beverages that we are giving a try to. Now, we've had Bud Lights. Everybody's had Bud Light seltzers in this room before, right?
Yes.
You've had some,
Probably too many.
probably too many. But we found this special summer pack. It's got all tie-dye cans. Now, they've got blue raspberry, they have a cherry lime, and they have summer ice. And I'm going to be going
That makes
in
no
that
fucking
order.
sense.
Summer ice. I
dude.
hope it, like I said, I hope it
I
tastes
think-
like ice in the summer.
I
Which
think
is
it's going to be
water.
like the Smirnoff.
I hope it tastes like a candle.
Maybe.
It's gonna taste like a candle. I'm starting with the blue raspberry.
I've been drinking the blue raspberry.
Yeah, me too.
It immediately, when you pop it open,
Sucks.
it just tastes like smack you in the face with that over sugary taste, but it's still claiming only 100 calories. It is 5% alcohol, but this is my favorite fake flavor in the world. I love blue raspberry. Anything blue, I generally lean towards, and in the candies and stuff like that. When you get like anything like in the sweet candy realm, like the tart candy realm, I like blue raspberry. Not nearly as good as other ones that have less flavor.
Yeah.
It's way too much like punchy in the face up front, and then again, like a lot of seltzers, dissipates into nothingness.
And it does have a sourness.
Is
I
blue
think it's
raspberry
better
a real
than-
thing? Or is that just
No.
like one of those made up things?
It's
Oh,
blue
made up.
raspberry is a made up
Yeah.
thing.
See, raspberries are generally purple,
That's
right?
that's why Steve says that blue raspberry is the best flavor candy because it's not real.
That is a good point. It is.
If
something
you're
Well,
that
same thing
didn't
with grape
exist.
though. Like grape candy is not grape flavored.
Right.
No.
It's
And
purple.
banana candy is the original flavoring to bananas,
Yeah.
correct?
To bananas?
Yeah.
That's
like
what
the
bananas used to taste
banana
like.
runs.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah.
what they used to taste. I would have loved bananas before then, because I actually don't hate banana runts. I just hate bananas.
Yeah, Dole like eradicated them or some shit. Like
That's
that back in the
fucking dull. God damn it, Bob. Why the fuck you doing this, man?
I'm Bob Dole. I
I'm
killed the
Bob Dole.
bananas.
They're all dead. But yeah, so let's. I'm gonna base it off blue raspberry because that's my favorite flavor. So I'm just gonna give this right off the bat. This is a 52. It's
This
a
is
little
way better
bit
than the other shit that we have.
above. It's better than the Four Loko seltzer.
And,
It's not nearly as good as that wonderful.
Drinking my own blood
lemonade.
is better than the Four Loko seltzer.
No, lemonade.
It is. The lemonade last week was amazing. But yeah, no, 52 for me on this. Justin, what are you thinking on this guy? We'll just rank the blue raz that we're drinking
40.
now. 40. Damn. Zachary,
bad, but-
actually take a sip of the next one.
because
See if it
the
makes it any
blue
Summer
better.
raspberry
ice.
was not.
I'm going
It's
summer
not
ice.
my.
Not you're good?
I got something in my nose, like a mustache hair or something. And I'm sorry, home audience. I'm just
Viewers, he is
picking
definitely
his
picking
fucking
his nose.
bastard.
He's picking his nose. I hope it freezes on you with finger up nose.
Summer ice is. I don't know what it is.
Oh wow, cherry limeade way better than.
Is it? All right.
Blue
All right,
raspberry.
let me take a sip
Let's
of that.
just try all of them.
Let's
Summer
just
ice
do
sucks to me.
Summer ice sucks.
Summer ice makes me feel nice.
Cherry limeade way better.
way better.
Way better. And then yeah, it's not even nearly as tart, and you would think with
Summer
the lime
ice,
in there.
not a candle. But
Summer ice
best,
smells like a
best,
candle.
Best flavor.
I don't know. I don't.
No,
I don't know what the flavor is supposed to be. What is it supposed to be? Is it supposed to be?
I think it's supposed to be like the popsicle.
It's like a pink lemonade-y thing to it almost. It's kind of got pink lemonade. All right, that's gonna. I'm gonna up mine to 56. 56. I'll give all three of them. Mainly, it's going that low because the blue raspberry was a disappointment for me. Zach, what are you thinking? Just go all three of them.
52.9.
52.9. So these are going to be on the lower half for us. Now,
Justin?
Those are...
I'm just keeping it at 40.
Keeping it at 40?
I mean, that's a good mix of shit.
I'm sad that these are our sipping beers tonight. We do have more in the fridge if we need them, but they're going to give me heartburn. And this motherfucker that I decided to buy is definitely going to give me heartburn. So
I'm excited for this. I think it's going to be really
I'm
good.
not a sour fan.
I think this is going to suck.
When it comes to beer, not a big sour fan. But I do love Flying Dog. So today we've gone with the Flying Dog Strawberry Jalapeno Margarita Gosa.
Too many things.
It's a lot of things.
Yeah, that sounds pretty interesting.
It smells like nothing.
It smells like duty.
All the flavors negate.
It smells like nothing. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, speaking of duty, Zach is now on an instant death fart movement.
Oh yeah. If Zach farts at all at any point during this episode, it's gonna be poo.
No, we watched the thing saying that it's possible
that you could fart and instantly kill people who smell it.
Really?
Yeah. If you
what do you have to eat?
I forget what it is.
You just need enough parts per million of the fecal matter.
Oh God! Well, while you're talking about fecal matter,
you need 1,000 times more potent fart than the average human. And I figure I can already do 50 times the average person.
Yeah.
This doesn't taste like anything.
This doesn't taste like anything but sour.
Yeah.
I'm not getting.
I get the heat. I get a little bit
of spice on the tongue.
Jalapeno.
I don't taste strawberry at all. I don't taste margarita at all. That is going right over here because all I taste is bile. That is pretty much fucking bile.
You know what's surprising? This was Kyle's pick. He was like,
yeah, it was.
Why do you pick shit that you hate?
Because I want to see if I can turn around on something eventually. You know, you got your taste buds evolve. I want to
turn around.
Hold
every now and then a ghost hits my tummy and it really fucks it up.
Kyle, take another sip. I immediately taste the strawberry and the jalapeno after.
I took like 3 sips.
It's just one of those beers now where they just throw as much shit in there as possible.
Yeah.
Like I had one the other day. It was a blueberry pancake milkshake IPA.
Okay, that sounds amazing though. Those are all things I like in a sentence.
Yeah, but I've never had a blueberry pancake milkshake.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it just tasted like a really thick IPA with a little bit of blueberry in it. You know what I mean?
With the lactose in there. The milk sugars and stuff like that. I get a little bit more of the strawberry after a couple more sips. But I get more heartburn and pain than anything from that guy there. God, I don't know. It's a sour. I got to rate it as a sour.
It's better than any of the Warhead shit that we had. Or
it's better than the Warheads by far, but still, I just don't think there's not enough flavor accompanying the sour.
The more I drink it, the more I get the strawberry.
I'm not going to get any further, and that's the problem here for me. So I'm going to go with the 38 on this one. It's a 38 for me. It's just bile taste.
There's more jalapeno on the back now.
Yeah, now I'm getting more burn, and
as you keep sipping through, you get more strawberry and more.
Why did I do this to myself? Oh dear Lord, what am I doing? Zach,
sweet Jesus, help me.
What are you giving this guy?
You said you like. I'm not gonna lie. Flying Dog is always a miss for me.
Really? You don't like Raging Bitch or any of those?
I always get it, and I'm like, oh yeah, this stuff is good. And then I drink it, and I remember, I'm not like into it. The artwork is always great.
Yeah, it's Ralph
The
Steadman.
names always get me.
Yep.
And I just like it. Just looks like it should be good, but it's not for me.
Hey, that's fair. That's fair. So what are you giving it?
11.
11. All right, Justin, for you, you're gonna be the one that has to say 60 even.
Yeah. Like I enjoy it. I'm liking the beer. I'm not a big fan of Gozes as well. Goes.
If I want a hot beer, I'll have a Sculpin.
Sculpin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sculpin's
What's
really
that?
good.
I forget
who makes that?
That's
something.
Not Bells.
Something Point, right?
Ballast Point.
Ballast Point.
Ballast Point.
Yeah. Now, Spencer, curious, what are you drinking over there tonight?
I got the good old Miller Lite.
Very nice.
Talking about a hot beer, this one wasn't in the fridge.
Ooh.
And then you guys were doing the seltzer, so popped open a
Is that
White
a black
Claw.
cherry?
It is.
My favorite of those. I like that. I like the mango. I'm all right with that. I like your style. Miller Lite, and then something even lighter, but higher in alcohol content.
We've drank a lot of shit on this show.
Yeah.
And I've drank a lot of shit in my life.
Uh-huh.
I think that the White Claw is still the best
I'll agree with you on
seltzer
that.
you can buy.
I will agree with you.
I lean towards the Trulies just because the flavor variety is better. But it is good. I'll give it to you that it is consistently better. But I just once in a while like the kiwi strawberries and stuff like that I can't get from White Claw. I like those Trulies way fucking
Just
better.
give me that White Claw lime.
I had
That's
the
all I
Truly
want.
fruit punches the other day. Those were pretty damn
Fruit
good.
punch.
Yeah, they got fruit punch, and they were actually really fucking good. They're more on like the Bud Light Seltzer level of sweetness, but they still claim it's only like 100 calories. All right, guys, so we've got some music to listen to tonight, a bunch of music to listen to. And as I was saying earlier, we have a band called Batshit Crazy. Again, they are out of California, and we're going to be playing their song tonight. It's called Such a Waste of Good Suffering. Now, a little bit about the band. They are self-described as a pop-punk, hardcore, horror, rock and roll band. They were started in early 2017 when four friends joined forces to write tunes about movies like They Live, Escape from New York, Hellraiser, and Halloween. Blending all of their guilty pleasures into one product has resulted, again, as I said, in their appearance on MTV's Ridiculousness, a number of van skate videos, and countless positive international rave reviews. They've got catchy hooks while being fast and furious.
You're good.
That would have been the best transition ever. So they've released a 12-track album called Batshit Crazy. Now, it says Batshit Crazy, and then in very small letters underneath, you got to zoom in. It says, I've seen enough horror movies to know that any weirdo wearing a mask is never friendly. So I don't know if that's the actual name of the album or just like a little message they're hiding in there. But you can find it available on through their Instagram. You can find all of their links for purchasing the actual vinyl or the downloadable version. But if you get the vinyl, in an homage to, or a homage to all of the records that you used to play backwards to hear demonic messages, their record, if you play it backwards, is just their record. So I don't know how they figured it out, but their record plays backwards as their record. Figure it out.
Wild.
Buy the record.
That's pretty crazy.
It's a pretty sweet record too. They got like nice marble, like neon print and everything like that. It's pretty fucking awesome looking. So again, hailing from California, you can find them wherever you find music online, and you can find them at Batshit Crazy _band on Instagram. So here it is, Justin. We're ready to rock and roll. Here it is, Such a Waste of Good Suffering. We'll see you guys in about like 3 minutes or so. Enjoy.
Nowhere to run in this hell, not a single place to hide. Hellfire on me, rain down. Hellfire on me, and it's so predictable. And it's so predictable.
First tip.
Not good. Still not good.
The song was good.
Oh, the song was great.
The song was great.
Zach was trying to get a little bit of the ghost on his finger to put it down his pee hole, and then it foamed all over the place, and then he had to chug the foam. And how was it? Was it good?
It's bad. This is a bad beer.
Yeah, it's a bad beer, but luckily we were listening to a really fun, fucking awesome song from Batshit Crazy. I will admit that I judged them on their name when I first saw it. I'm like, Batshit Crazy, come on. And then I listened to the music and I went,
Yep.
yeah, this is fucking fun. This is fucking tight. It's right
like
up
I said
my
last
alley.
week, I sent you a message saying, "Hey, I love Batshit."
Yeah, he forgot to say crazy. He just said, I love Batshit. It is fucking awesome. So again, you can check them out at Batshit Crazy _band on Instagram, and I recommend checking out their songs Rotting and The Babysitter Murders as well. The Babysitter Murders, I'm guessing, is their Halloween influenced single there, so it's really fucking fun. Now
They're definitely a lot of fun.
They're so fun.
I'm a sucker for some good harmonies.
Dude,
Hell yeah.
good
Pretty
harmonies,
sick.
that aggressive voice, and just the
Yeah, the voice too. He's
they're
got that
fast
grasp in
and
it.
furious. I love it. I love it. I hope I'm like them when I grow up. I'm sure they're 10 years younger than me, but I hope I'm like them when I grow up one day. One day I'll grow up.
Yeah, they're probably fucking children.
Wow, they are nice guys.
Nope,
All
not
right,
what I
do
meant,
not
dude.
accuse them of terrible crimes against humanity like that.
Nope, I said that wrong.
They're probably like kids or something like that. They're probably children. You can take the fucking.
You can take
I
the
really
fucking
hope
out
you
of the
guys
children.
listen to.
Oh,
all right, we're done.
yeah.
We're gonna go down that road further, aren't we? We're gonna keep going with that. No.
All the way
God.
to the trailer park down that road.
All
baby.
right. So speaking of that, we've got a new single for you guys tonight. It's called "Faking What We Want." There's no transition out of that conversation.
No.
Now, a little bit about this song lyrically and the writing process. This was one that I initially wrote trying to write like a 1950s crooner-esque style song, and just again writing just me with the acoustic guitar.
Right.
I was kind of writing the rhythm into the song that I was feeling, and the final product still has kind of the feel of that bass rhythm. And recording the vocals tonight, I was just like bopping around to the new and improved beat of it all. But it is lyrically, it's about when you know you're in a bad situation with not a significant other, but just somebody that kind of you're on like loop with,
Somebody that you're just like hooking up with, or it could be a relationship. It could be the end of something. Like that's what I took from it.
It's the idea of every time you think I'm out, they pull me back in. Like I pull myself back in. And there's the comfort in faking what you want with somebody sometimes, and that I'm getting something right now. I'm getting some affection. I'm getting some attention. I'm getting some love in one form or another. And lyrically, this song is about like more or less like 4 different people, because when I started writing it, I was like, I don't want to make it so specific that one person might one day listen to it.
One of those people have bad teeth.
Yes, one of them has bad teeth.
That's so nasty of a line.
It is.
It is.
Well, I'll get to the lyrics here. There are some nasty lines in the chorus, basically.
What's the line? Now I got to look out for it.
Oh yeah, the line is, I should have known once you opened up your mouth that your teeth weren't all that were rotting. I should have known once you closed up those legs I loved so much. We're both faking what we're wanting. Right. And I remember sending the demos of that out, in Jameso and Richard, I believe Richard as well, were both basically like, that's a real raunchy line. And I was like, yeah, it's kind of like what I wanted with this song. It's like kind of a raunchy situation.
I've listened to this so many times while we were working on it that I just like forgot how horrible that is until today when I'm like, we're actually mastering it. And I'm just like, This is fucked, Kyle.
Yeah.
Why would you say this? I like it though.
Yeah, because it's something I wrote down, and honestly, that line with the teeth, I don't know who it's about, but I wrote it years ago. And so
I just picture everyone that I know that you've ever had sex with.
Yeah.
And in my mind now, they all have bad teeth.
Everybody's got rotten teeth.
I'm sorry.
They caught it from me.
I know some of you.
They
but
caught it from me.
have you had? Oh, you had sex with Kyle?
Yeah.
Was it a reference?
Smile?
Have
Your
you
teeth?
had rotting teeth ever? Is
What?
it a reference to you?
No, it's not a reference to me. My teeth weren't rotting at this point.
Okay.
But they, but yeah, no, it was, I think it was somebody in like Philly. And I don't remember specifically. Right. I think it was just like, it was kind of like a little
person.
flick. What?
A homeless person?
A homeless. It was
no. An unhoused person.
An unhoused elderly lady. It was an unhoused elderly woman. About 95 years old. She had a bunch of pigeons around her. I thought we could recreate Home Alone 2. It went a different way. It was pretty hot. But yeah, so lyrically it's just about that. Like, kind of like feeling like you keep getting roped back in, and then you're the one doing it, and you're the one to blame, and both of you on both sides have equal, play in this situation. So that's where it
equal
is
play
lyrically.
In your incisors.
It definitely wasn't incisors. It was front tooth. It was a dead tooth person. They'll never hear this because, again, I don't know who they are anymore.
Oh.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I mean, maybe they'll hear it, but they probably won't remember me either.
Look in the mirror. What do your teeth look like? Have you had sex with this man? The song's about you.
Might be about
Sorry.
Me. Might be about you. Might be about me. Who knows? But musically, I, again, as all these songs, I recorded the demos with Zach, and then we sent them out. And Spencer, this was one of the ones that I was the most nervous about it not working, because it's kind of a weird song. But then I think this might be the first one that I remember getting back. And
it was the first one I worked on.
It was, and when we got it back, it was just so fun, and there were so many levels of things on there from you. And so for a year, I had the straight demo version, and then I had the Spencer version of this song, where it was everything you put on with my guitar and my vocals. And as Zach
pretty much
pointed
with
out,
no mixing or editing or just raw.
And Zach pointed out that this is, of the 3 songs we will have released as of tonight, this is the first one that you actually hear me playing guitar on, because the other ones have been replaced either by Zach and Spencer or just Zach. And for quality purposes, just so we're all aware, they're just better at me. They're better at him. You're better at me, guys. You're just so much better.
Welcome to Zach Storm and Won't Shut Up. Tonight we kick Kyle off the show, and his album, it's now my album.
Yeah. It's called Dusted in Dating.
Dusted in Dating?
Yeah. And then Justin's going to do his version. It's just called Justin and Baiting.
Oh, God damn.
I was baiting the other day.
Is that when you sneak in when Justin's asleep? And just give him a nice friendly rubby rub? Oh. You jerk off on him. Oh, there. I thought you were giving him a nice little tuggy tug time.
I'm blind.
It took 41 minutes to bring up Justin's penis tonight. That's a new record.
No.
All right. So, Spencer, just curious when, I know it was a while ago, but this was the first song that you worked on. Do you remember any struggle there? Anything? What was your thought when you heard the song? Where did you want to take it?
I mean, when you sent me the songs, it was so open, which was cool. And you just sent me all of them.
Yeah.
And I kind of just listened through to them, kind of at a high level. And I remember just kind of picking this one because I felt like it had the most opportunity, or it just stuck out to me on ways I could change it dynamically.
Yeah,
because all of them were just you sitting down with acoustic singing, and
as Zach has pointed out many times, it was just me strumming the same pattern pretty much on almost all of them. Yeah. So that was the first kind of fun little puzzle is how do I kind of make this how do I add to it? Yeah. Right. How do I take this shit and make it a song? Yeah. Can you polish a turd that came out of Kyle?
No, but I think this one had a great vibe to it, a strumming pattern and a beat. It's just I was just messing around with adding different parts, and Zach knows when I mess around with that stuff, I just spend 2 hours adding 200 layers to it. Or
Yeah,
something.
well, on this one, I don't know if you remember, but there was acoustic guitars, like 2 tracks of acoustic
Two
guitar.
tracks of you playing acoustic, 2 tracks of him playing acoustic.
He had a
Spencer's
ukulele
12
on there at
string,
some point.
The ukulele, the mini Martin, and an egg shaker.
Yeah,
That's what he added.
that's what he added.
Right.
Now, before we go any further on what we added to it, I do want to just play what the demo was so
Yeah.
everybody can hear. And we're gonna keep mics live through this, so you're not gonna be muted there over there, Spencer. This is what the demo sounded for all of you to know, and then we'll talk about how we made it into a full song.
Yep.
No tears will fall from either end. You needed to feel, and I just needed the bed. But still a stinging of regret. Oh God, I did it again. I should have known once you've opened up that mouth that your teeth.
Yeah, so again, very, very simple, but you can kind of get where I was going with the song, and it definitely, just listening to that clip, I definitely was, to bring Roy up again, was channeling my inner Roy Orbison with this. It was a sad song, but I wanted it to feel, again, like all these songs, a little bit happy. Now, Spencer, you added all that stuff. You sent it over, and then, if I'm not correct, Zach pretty much was like, all right, pump the brakes, we got 3 from you, let's see what everybody else does. And then not much of anything else happened. Nothing else happened. And then we revisited it, and then Zach putting it together. Justin and I had recorded the drums without you here while you were working one day, and then you jumped in and started kind of just fucking around with it all. And this was the one I think that gave you the biggest headache so far. This was the one that, like, you, like Spencer said, you had kind of like crack the code on this when you had to like figure out the mystery, the enigma of how to make this song work. Before we listen to it, I do think you made
so
it
much
work, but there was
going
so
on,
much.
And I was just unhappy with.
Yeah. At one point, it was just going to be no drums, no electric guitar, just acoustic guitar and me singing. That was the idea
I went
a
through
couple
a
days
lot
ago.
of trying to edit this down to something that was enjoyable to listen to, more so than just like, oh wow, listen to these 12 guitar parts.
Yeah.
You know, something that more resembled the actual song.
Yeah.
I think the mix came out great. I mean, there's a lot of things that
super
cut
happy
in
with
and
it,
out. I think the choice of not having drums full bore through the whole thing is a smart
that
move.
was a big problem. The way you had recorded the drums, it was full on.
Yeah.
And
well,
so then
'cause-
Yeah, and it's a very strummy song too. Like when I first hear that, it's like that's why I went acoustic initially. It's like, you know, this sounds like an acoustic strummy song. Let me add some acoustic instruments to it.
Well, I've got a version of this with like where I played some of what you played on acoustic replaced with electric guitar.
Yeah, there's a
Like
couple
distorted
different versions.
electric guitar,
right.
like a version of that.
And made it heavier.
Yeah,
like, we
way
made it much
more
heavier,
punk rock.
and then we just kind of at that one, I think they pretty much just had like the little trill of the acoustic in there, here and there. But for the most part, it was.
And then that
kind of
I was
replaced.
unhappy with that as well. So I basically went back to the drawing board of just what Spencer had sent us.
Yeah.
Right.
And then pulled the drums in just in little bits.
Yeah. Yeah, and because making it for an album as opposed to just an individual song, like we're also listening to the song that it's coming out of that's leading into this, and then also what this is leading into after. So,
But there is stuff after we have all the tracks from him. There is with drums. I did the bass. There in the chorus there is synthesizer,
Right.
saxophone, and my Les Paul.
Right.
So I did still add a bunch more to it, but more subtle,
Tasteful.
more subtle touches than the full on rockin' way.
and I think this
I
one
think
when
we
were
recorded it, you were just like, no, rocking.
like let's pop. Well, we had just rewritten another song that'll be out in a couple of weeks,
Animal.
so we were kind of on that like push. We were working on the song "Animal" that'll be out in I think 2 weeks from today, and that was that kind of just like made me start thinking, all right, let's like really pump it up. And I wasn't thinking in the vein of like, all right, what do we already have on recording?
Right.
And so I pushed you to do more driving. And then that is, again, the kind of wonderful thing about this experiment of an album is all of us throwing shit on the wall and then letting Zach take the producer seat.
And let Zach deal with it. I mean, I feel like that's the biggest problem. Like when I record a song or something, I just record everything. And then like a day later, I'll delete stuff and like try to paste it together and make sense out of all of it.
Right.
And luckily, Zach just has to deal with all that for all three of us.
Yeah.
And it's enjoyable. Like it
really is. Yeah.
For me sometimes, because a lot of the songs I work on, it ends up me playing 5 or 6 instruments.
Yeah.
And this has been more fun because I only get to play the small stuff, which is nice. You know what I mean? You guys have done all of the major,
and then you're sitting there
heavy
tying
lifting, and I'm just
together,
like,
transitions.
I just need one keyboard key in this one spot. That has been fun for me.
Yeah.
Well, that's why it's fun for me too. It's like it's not like I'm writing my song and just adding layers or something to it. It's like, how do I tastefully add to this song without like the song that Kyle wrote and his lyrics and stuff is his song. It's like, how do I add to that without taking away from it?
Right.
And I think that the final product that we're about to listen to really does it like all of the other songs that we've put out and everything that's going to be coming out over the next 2 months. It really is wonderful again to see something that started off with just me and a guitar coming to its own and just becoming this full-fledged actual song. And we're doing it in the most unconventional way. By email for half of the instruments, being sent over, and then again Zach sitting there and just putting on his producer hat and just like going to fucking town on it. And I love it. I'm really excited. It's a shorty. It's a little catchy ditty, and it's got some raunchy ass lyrics, like we said. So I think without any further delay, let's jump right into it, and then we got some questions for Mr. Spencer over here. So let's jump into it. Here it is, Faking What We Want, the third track off of Brunch presents Kyle Mocha's Wasted and Waiting. We'll see you guys in just about 3 minutes. I really hope you enjoy.
One of these days I knew you'd go. You can't stand still when one foot's out the door. No tears will fall from either end. You needed to feel and I just need the bed. But still a stinging of regret. Oh God, I did it again. I should have known once you opened up that mouth that your teeth weren't all that were rotting. I should have left once you closed up those legs I loved so much. We're both making what we're wanting to nothing's left. One of these days I knew I'd go, jump back in to feel those highs and lows. Fool me twice now, who's the fool? I never can tell whenever I'm with you. But still a stinging of regret. Oh God, I did it again. No good ever comes of this. Just that short feeling at the end. I should have known once you
right, guys, there you have it again. That is Faking What We're Wanting, the third track off of Wasted and Waiting. One thing I did want to point out, and I wanted to wait till the end of the song to point it out, the way you decided to end the song with that little guitar trill, you explained it to me because I was like, that first time I listened through that cut of it, it ends on that note that doesn't sound right, and then it sounds right. Like, it's like a weird thing. And you explain that it's literally the trill that's going back into the verse, and you just end right there. And it kind of makes, for me, it makes me want to start the song all over again. Because it just, like, leaves you always want to leave people wanting more.
Yeah, it leaves you wanting more. Because it ends like a verse would be starting again.
Yep.
But we were not.
And I think it's a fucking really cool way to go about that.
Coming from stuff that we would do, because there's plenty of times where we'll leave a break or a pause and go into something else.
Especially, with older brunch stuff, we'll just go, like, real weird right after that.
Right.
Like, this song's only 3 minutes long. What do we need? 7 minute solo.
Yeah,
All right, fucking do it.
At least a 7-minute solo. Now, Spencer, that's your first time hearing it through. What do you think?
Yeah,
what are your thoughts?
Way different than I expected. Like, honestly, I think the bass makes the song. Like, the bass just carries it out.
That's so true.
It carries it throughout the whole thing. Like, there's a lot of start and stop with the drums and everything, but the bass is pretty, like, you know, in the heavy part, it's just walking. It's like all in those quarter notes. I think that was the coolest part.
Yeah.
There was some cool little editing things where, like, Zach took the solo I put in one spot and, like, copied it to the end like that.
Yeah.
And I think it just works really well. Like, and just the dynamics. It's, you know, you hear ukulele in one spot, like right in the middle, but that's it.
Yeah.
And then, you know, there's full drums. I thought it was awesome.
Fuck yeah. And again, thank you so much for the time and energy that you spent on this, because it really has helped push us in a different direction. I mean, and everything, all of us coming together, doing our own individual things. You know, it's like a melting pot of music. And it's really, I think it's really creating something awesome here. So I'm really excited.
For me, thank you for dealing with me learning an instrument, and with Zach. Well, all three of you guys. You know what I mean? Like, helping me learn how to do this whole process.
Yeah.
I mean, you were 100% a big part in me starting up with that. You know what I mean? Like, you were here pretty much in the beginning when I had fucking just gotten the kit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now, and that's kind of what I want to segue into now. Again, usually when we have a guest on, we like to do some little interview action. Now, Spencer, in addition to playing with us, you have been playing with Zach specifically for your entire life, pretty much, like most of your
probably
musical
16 years.
16 years, yeah.
Yeah, what's 30 minus 14?
16.
That's
what it is. That's what it is. Yeah. So I'm curious for you, pre-Zach, what was
I finished the dog shit.
Oh, you finished the dog shit?
Horrible.
Oh, God, I got another one over here for you.
No.
It is called Flying Dog Shit, right? Yeah. Now, for you, what were you listening to growing up? Like, what was the music in the family, in the house, like when you were being raised, that like put you on the path to enjoying music more than just a listener and wanting to actually play music?
Honestly, like, my family doesn't really listen to music. Like,
No?
my mom, I mean, like, my mom liked the Beatles and stuff, just like, you know, regular pop music, and my dad didn't really like. I mean, they I think music's fine, but like they're not music listeners. They don't have records and stuff throughout the house. It really started when I was like 14. You know, the typical stuff like Green Day and
30
Blink 182.
Jesus.
Yeah. It was something like 30 minus 16 years ago where I started listening to like Green Day and like Blink 182, some 41, all that kind of stuff. And like, you know, Zach was right there with me. My friend Mike Storm got like a first act Strat from Walmart.
Oh yeah,
man.
Good old jangly strings.
Yeah, I was so jealous of that. So like, you know, that's how it all started. And then we started just sitting in his basement playing pop punk songs and stuff. You know.
Hell yeah! Now
I feel like it was like the same day. Me and you were both like, let's play guitar, dude.
Yeah.
And then it was like then next thing we know, we both have fucking ginormous stables of guitars and amps and drum set. Like, you know, it was like within 2 years.
Yeah.
We just went from, yeah, it'd be cool to play guitar, to just fucking piles of equipment everywhere, and that's all we all we were into.
And 14 seems to be kind of that age. Like if you're like 12, 13, 14, and you're interested in music and you start getting into it, I feel like that's such like a formative. Obviously, it's a formative time, but it's a time where you have fewer inhibitions as far as like what you don't want to play and what you're not going to listen to. You're a little bit more open minded. It's kind of like before high school, and you might get kind of like the judgmental stares or something that might affect what you want to play or what you're going to listen to. But I know Zach, and knowing you, the little that I do know you, and I hope we grow closer as time goes on. But you both have always come off as people that are just kind of like, I like what I like, and like there's no apologies about it. So growing up and getting into the pop punk realm, what was the first band that you guys played in together? And what kind of sound were you going for at that point? Was it the pop punk feel right off the bat, or did you kind of go outside of there?
I'd say definitely like that pop punk thing. I mean, when we started right away writing our own songs, like I think we spent more time on Microsoft Word, like writing out tabs.
Okay.
And like creating like cool looking tabs, and we did actually playing music. And I don't know. We wrote a bunch of songs, and it was kind of in that Green Day realm and everything. And like I think within a year, like Zach and the drummer TJ, like they started branching out a bit more into like Led Zeppelin and stuff, and me and the other guitar player were like holding back. And then eventually it's like, you know, we all kind of branched out and left that other guitar player behind, and then we started really just going at it with all kinds of music styles.
Now, can you, because Justin and I, we've known Zach for, better part of the last decade. What was 14-year-old Zach like? I'm always curious about that. How would you describe Zach at 14 when you guys first started playing music?
Honestly, he's like the same, but with like more energy. Like imagine Zach, but like
not tired.
Yeah, just like
without a job.
Yeah.
Just like always in your face, just like always loud.
Yeah.
always trying to do something. He's like he is now, but just like times 2.
Now, Zach, what was Spencer like at 14 when you guys started playing music together? Was he because you both are very talented at yours. Like, if I were to say, Zach, you are a bassist by trade, like first and foremost.
Well, that's what it was back in the day. Spencer was a guitar player and I was a bass player.
Yeah.
And I feel like there was... We've always worked well because we're sort of a little bit different.
Yeah.
Spencer has always been just a little bit quieter than me.
But
not that much. Yeah. You know what I mean? Not like...
Who's that weird guy just sitting in the corner?
Yeah, no, definitely not that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was Justin, and it was weird because what's 500 minus 16?
But when we started playing, I feel like there was definitely this thing like he'd learn a riff on guitar, and I'd be like, "Well, I can play that on bass." Or I'd learn a bass part, and he'd be like, "Well, I learned the guitar part to that bass part." Not like a contest to who was better, just like the better he got, the better I got. If I learned something he didn't know, he caught up to me, and if he learned something I didn't know, I caught up to him.
Right.
It was in all areas too. Like there was a point where I just played drums, and Zach played bass, and we just like created stuff for each other almost. Like I made a drum part to see if he could play bass to it.
Right.
And we just kind of like grew together.
Yeah, it definitely, I mean, in the times that I've seen you guys like jam together, it always seems when you get back together, it's just like stepping into an old pair of shoes. That's not a phrase.
Speaking of, do you remember shoe trading?
Shoe trading?
Shoe trading. Okay.
Do you remember
in the
shoe
6th grade because we wore the same size shoe?
Oh, Jesus.
This degenerate over here would be like, "You want to trade left shoes today?" And then I'd have on, because we both had DCs, I'd have on 2 different shoes. One on my left, one on my right. One was mine, one was his. And he'd have on one of my shoes and one of his shoes. And for whatever reason, we thought it was the fucking funniest thing.
Did anybody ever notice?
I think that was just you guys.
If somebody noticed, it was just like, what are these weirdos doing?
Yeah, what are they standing next to their lockers, taking their shoes off?
The only person that noticed was your mom. Like, where are those shoes I just bought you?
I'm assuming you went home with the other person's shoe at the end of the day.
I'm sure we did, dude. I'm sure we did.
All right. So when you guys were playing,
I really gotta pee.
Did you? All right,
Keep
do it.
questioning him.
I'll keep questioning him. All right. Where were you on the evening of May 31st? No. Shine that light.
I was at his house.
You were at his house, yeah. When you guys first started playing, what was the first time that you actually had a band that played out? Do you remember what the name of the band was the first time you played out as a group?
The very first time we ever played was at Pocono Mountain High School in the cafeteria.
Okay.
Nice.
I think we made up the band name like the day of at lunch. Like we didn't have a band name, and Zach was just like, you know, we always had a big long list.
Right.
Like I said, we concentrate more on like what the tabs look like and what the band name should be. But
Yeah. So you're unlike me there. I always had a band name and no music, and a MySpace page and no band.
Yeah.
You guys actually did the work beforehand, which might play into your talent levels versus mine.
I mean,
there.
we had the same band name for a while, right?
So what was the first one that you played under? Do you remember?
Yeah, so we had that battle of the bands at Pocono Mountain High School. I remember at lunch, Zach came to the table. He's like, "Here it is. It's called Amends Made."
Amends
Made.
Made. All
Okay.
right.
Yeah.
All
And then
right.
again, like instead of like practicing our stuff, we concentrated more on like the logos and like photoshopping like all that kind of stuff rather than
That
practicing.
hasn't changed, I don't think.
Amends Made definitely has like that mid 2000s hardcore band feel to that name. Like you could be playing with, my brother Keith in the chat had a band called like Crush Thine Enemies and stuff like
There
that.
you
By
go.
the time we
tough
were in
sounding.
Amends Made, where we called ourselves that, everyone was more into pop punk, and we were starting to get more into
Yeah, the harder stuff.
like we used to cover fucking Judas Priest,
Yeah.
Okay.
but we like the Misfits, Rise Against.
Yeah,
was
so you
another,
could still weave in and
we
out
could-
of it.
Yeah, we were part of that, but we were always wanted to be a little
Away from it.
heavier. I
Yeah.
mean, my dad was a metalhead, so
Oh, yeah.
we were still metal adjacent pop punk.
All right,
almost.
and then how long did you play under Amends Made, and then what was the next band name? Do you remember?
How many shows? We played a couple shows. We played the Sherman under that name, right?
Yeah, I think more like we got into the Stroudsburg like basement scene, which is probably the coolest time of my life.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I mean, we were never like headlining or anything, but I just remember all those shows were so cool. Just like getting in a sweaty basement and all these bands are playing and stuff.
Yep.
I don't know how many shows we did. I'd say maybe like 2 years worth of just playing together.
And we had demos. We had recorded.
Do you still have any of those anywhere? Do they exist in any?
Probably on my old MacBook.
Yeah, MySpace.
No, MySpace doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, they took all that shit
really?
down. Yeah, they
the
took
names the
everybody.
names come up, but the
Yeah.
songs never load.
Yeah.
Damn.
I have. Don't lie to me. I know you got it somewhere.
I definitely have them
Remember
somewhere.
Remember?
Yeah, I was just about to
last
say that.
year where you were here, we fucking took my old MacBook that takes forever to start. We actually got it started up and running and went through 5 years of our recording work.
Yeah.
And I'm sure not much has changed in that realm where, like, today you go on Zach's computer and you look through just the last 3 weeks of, like, random songs that have been just compiled and put together. And so I'm sure you had some classic pieces.
I was telling them about our, hey, I just learned jazz piano.
Oh, Arsissimo and John.
Arsissimo and John, yeah.
You
so-
just bang on it, right?
No, so I found this thing. It was way before. Well, I don't know if it was before like GarageBand and stuff, but it's what I got when I was like 16 or something. It was called Music Maker, and we just threw all these like pre-made samples together, and like I don't know, we'd sit in my room, and we just it was our first thing, like actually messing around with like a DAW and putting music together, and it was so ridiculous and so stupid, but it was honestly some of the funniest like techno music I've ever heard.
we need to feature that on this show. We gotta get that up and running.
I'm sure I've got that somewhere.
Oh hell yeah! All right. So what would you say is like you guys playing together? What was the not that you won't ever reach these mountaintops again, but what was the pinnacle of you guys as any form of a band? If you played as a duo, what was like probably like the tops for you guys? Was it under a different band? Was it Amends Made?
As far as playing live goes, we didn't.
The basement shows are pretty much like the top of it.
We played in a bunch of different bands, not specifically together. A lot after that. But we were always way more into recording.
Yeah,
right? I feel like we hit a certain point. It was like, oh well, I'm helping this band out. Or Spencer was in a band with Sean for a while. What was that called?
The Blood Oranges.
Blood Oranges with Sean Elsasser.
Oh, nice.
I had a couple other things, but it was we were so much more happy in either of our bedrooms in just recording.
Yeah.
Same way of now, of just like making some like, oh, that was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Now, what would you say, this is a question I like to ask people, when you were 16, 15, 14, anything like that, what was a band that you got into at that point that immediately became a mainstay, whether it became a seasonal thing that you listened to that you still listen to today? Is there anything that, like, at 15, 16 years old, you heard it was the best thing you had ever heard, and to this day you still hold on to it and like to just fucking jam it, whether it's driving around or while you're jerking off or doing something weird, What's your jerk off music?
I guess that'd probably be Marvin Gaye.
Marvin Gaye.
No, I'm kidding. No, I'm
that's
kidding.
good jerk off music there. Until your dad storms in and kills you.
Mother.
Why mother?
There's so many of my children dying.
I guess 16, I was driving around my Accord. I was probably listening to like the Strokes and stuff, which like the Strokes and like I don't know, like Interpol and things like that. I was evolving.
I fucking still love Interpol and the Strokes.
It's kind of that kind of stuff. Yeah. I think I still come back to. I don't listen to every year or something, but I come back to that stuff Yeah, I don't really listen to that anymore.
I did, but I did like 2 years ago. Just put that one album on, and I was just like, wow! Remember how much we used to fucking listen to?
Yeah, there's some nostalgia of that whole era, like Modest Mouse and everything like that. That whole era was
Franz
awesome.
Ferdinand fan at that time.
Yeah, I remember my sister made fun of me. You know that "Take It Out" song? I was on my trampoline out back.
Take me out.
Yeah.
Take it out.
That song, Take It Out.
Enough pleasure for one dolphin.
Take It Out is a great masturbation song. I'm just going to say, of all the masturbating
Take it out.
All right, take it out.
Yeah.
Why don't you take it out? Come on and take it out.
I don't know. I mean, just going back to your other question, like the top pinnacle of me and Zach playing together, it wasn't necessarily a show or a band or anything, but I remember one time, like I came over to his parents' house. He was in his unattached garage over there, like already playing bass. I pull up, I bring my guitar and my amp in. He's still playing. I set up, and then we just jam. Like we never said a word, and we probably jammed for an hour, maybe more.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah.
Before we even said a word, like we just fucking played, and like that's how we communicated. And I remember that. It was like
beautiful.
Yeah, I remember that very well.
Now, speaking of that garage, 2 weeks ago, when we were trying really hard, to find a picture of you so we could show people what you looked like with the man behind all the music, what he looked like, and we found this, Do you know why that exists still? Do you know why?
I have no idea why you have that.
It's on the wall in the garage at Zach's parents' house.
Stapled to the wall.
It's stapled to the wall. So Zach was saying he doesn't know who put it up there. So do you remember ever pinning that to a wall, stapling that to a wall, or did that just get left there and then eventually, do you think Zach did it? Because he doesn't even remember either.
I mean, a lot of crazy things happen in that garage. Like, it might have been me. I don't know.
Yeah, just staple it to the wall. But I saw that and I went, oh, we're taking a picture of this. This is how we're going to bill him for forever. That's anytime we have to say your name.
I've got a 50% chance Spencer stuck it to the wall himself.
Yes.
25% I did it, and 25% my dad did it.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
We spent a lot of time. I spent a lot of my childhood in that garage, and as did most of my friends.
Yeah.
The garage, And then you guys were at a party at my parents the other day.
And we just sat in the garage.
And we just fucking hung out in the garage. Because that's what you do at my parents' house.
Yeah. It's definitely a welcoming garage. It's a very comfortable. It's very lived in because it's been lived in. Like you guys have made it.
My grandfather built that garage in the 70s.
Yeah,
I think.
Okay.
And it's.
I just remember we'd have propane heaters like blasting in there just so we could play in the winter and also smoke weed somewhere.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we smoked a ton of weed
back in the day.
Everyone who's ever been in that garage, except maybe my mom, has probably smoked a ton of weed in that garage. Maybe my mom does. I don't know.
Hopefully, for her. Hopefully. Now, you personally, you're always working on music for yourself. Do you have any projects that you are in the works on right now? I know COVID's kind of put everything, on hold. But is there anything that's kind of coming down the line for you that people can keep an eye out for?
No.
No.
No, honestly, like before COVID, I was jamming with a lot of people. We were getting some like bands together. Like it was in the very beginning stages of getting bands together where you start to get comfortable and things happen, and it just kind of like fell apart. Like we lost our practice space and everything, and I don't know. That's why I think playing with you guys was such a good opportunity. Like it came at the right time. It was like, I can still make music and I don't have to, get sick and die. But things are opening up now, and like I'm talking to these guys again. So hopefully next time I get on the show, I'll have something new to bring to you guys.
Well, I'm excited for when you start making your way back up here, because I'm looking forward to jamming with you the next time that you're up, man. Like it's been a while, and I'm definitely looking forward to it.
And I definitely want to I can't express it enough. Just thank you so much for being one person that actually put effort into this project. And I know Zach was even saying that he might throw some of the other songs at you and see if we can get some more things on there.
Yeah, we'll get your shit set up, dude.
Yeah. You just moved. You got to set your shit up. Yeah. I mean, thank you for the theme song solo. You crushed that. And honestly, I listened back to the old version of it, the one that Zach solos on, and I loved that solo. And I remember when you wrote your version of it and he played it for me, I was like, that is so fucking good. And no offense to Zach, just immediately forgot what it used to be.
I forgot. I don't know what it used to sound like.
And when I go back, it hits that part and I go, that's different. Like, it's not bad. It's just, that's different. And so behind the scenes, you've been helping us out, and obviously you've been a friend to Zach and us. I mean, Zach for 30 minus 14, 30 minus 16. 30 minus 16 and counting. Yeah. I mean, thank you not only for coming on the show tonight, but for everything you've done for the album. And my brother Keith in the chat is saying he's definitely met you before. Once you started mentioning Blood Orange basement shows were his favorite, he is saying. So
that was all our favorite. That was the shit, dude.
Fuck yeah. Any of those demos out? I want to hear some of that.
I do remember the first show I played with them, was when I started drinking beer, and I remember I drank so many beers the first time I had to play a show with him. Like, I don't think it went too well.
Well, you became a little bit of a legend, it seems. So
dude,
that works.
I'll never forget the one where Squid broke something on the drum set.
That was the one. I was playing the Gretsch.
You run the Gretsch through a Marshall. Yeah,
so a Gretsch is completely hollow.
Yeah.
And I'm playing in a fucking hardcore punk band at full volume, full gain. Throw a Gretsch, like anytime you stop playing, it just goes like, and I'm fucking drunk for the first time. Like the drummer like broke like a snare, and then the singer just started like jumping over everyone. I don't know if it was good or not, but I remember it being pretty cool.
I remember you and Squid were trying to fix the clutch on the hi-hat.
Yeah.
And Sean was laying on the ground with the mic in his hand, just punching the ground. And so you just hear from the Gretsch feeding back, and you hear boom, thump, thump of Sean punching the ground, and you're trying to fix the drum set, and it's halfway through the set. You've already played 5 songs, and you only have 2 more to go. But that was a good time.
Oh yeah, you just said Greek favorites. That's another like huge influence. Like Zach, when I started playing drums, like you would just yell because I couldn't yell, and then I would play drums like Cliff from Greek Favorites.
It's weird that we fucking hang out.
Yeah, we hang out.
I see Cliff all the time now.
Yeah. We're always he's always around. So it's weird seeing that world kind of come back together. A little bit.
Makes sense though.
30 minus 15 years
Cliff
later.
played on one of our songs.
He's on one of our songs from the Lucy's album. Yeah, if you look on the Lucy's album.
Cut your job and get a real haircut.
Yeah, that's what it is. Cut your job and get a real haircut.
Because we do the theme song for Cliff's girlfriend's podcast.
Yes, his fiancé.
His fiancé's podcast.
Yeah. Well, again, thank you so much, Spencer, for giving us your time. And again, all of the input and just the friendship and everything. So it's been awesome knowing you. We're never going to talk to you ever again.
It's been awesome knowing you. I heard that you were ending it tonight after the show. So
bye.
Good luck in the afterlife.
Yeah.
That's a good band name.
Good luck in the afterlife.
Yeah.
Ooh,
that's a great band name.
It's a Beetlejuice themed band right there. Oh, yeah. All right. Next project. Here we go, guys. Get on it. Somebody start writing lyrics. It's not me. Someone else. Okay.
Beetlejuice?
Beetlejuice. It'll be our Beetlejuice album. It'll be Beatles-inspired. Beetlejuice-inspired.
Going back to the intro, it's like if Beetlejuice covered a Beatles album.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, let's do it.
There you go.
I'm down with doing
Hell
anything
yeah.
like that. All right, brother. Well, thank you so much. And then big shout out to the guys over at Batshit Crazy. Go check them out again. Batshit Crazy _band on Instagram. Check out their vinyl record. Figure out how to play it backwards, and you will be able to hear what it sounds like when you play it forwards. It'll just be more difficult for you. Thank you to all of our wonderful friends over at Moot.tv, super producer EJ5000 for getting us out. He has still yet to release our episode of Let Me Ask You a Question. It's just because he's been super fucking busy.
Oh, so it's because it was bad.
Might be.
He might be being nice to me and just going like, I can't get this shit together. You guys
just fucking drink beer and scream all the time.
That's all you do over there. But go check all the shows there. You can check out White Wasabi. You can check out the Derek D. Dozen. And, of course, Let Me Ask You a Question with Anthony DeAngelis, the Gregaman, and EJ5000. Go check out, as we just mentioned, Cliff's Fiance's podcast. That's how she likes to be billed. But What Do We Know, where we do the theme song and a little jingle in the middle section sometimes. And also just friendly podcast, Not Movies, which Zach and I have been on in the past. And also you can check out Sean and Dave Make Music. And you can check out all of the Brunch catalog wherever you stream music. It's available all over the place.
Yep.
And again, this album, these singles are only available here on these shows until August. Then we will be dropping the entire album.
Yep.
A big thank you, as always, to Mr. Justin Olampado for getting everything put together for us today.
Yeah, man. You're
Wonderful
welcome.
show.
Yeah, I had a good time.
It was a good time.
Yeah, it was.
It was a great time.
I'm glad I was here.
Yeah. I'm glad both of us woke up, Zach's going to just mock us, but, we woke up stupid early today, both of us randomly.
Yeah.
About 3 hours after Zach wakes up.
Yeah, I sweat through one of my T-shirts already by the time you woke up.
I woke up as I was walking out of the house.
Yeah. That
doesn't count. It's walking out of the house, you're like, yeah, it's dude.
But I didn't go back to sleep. I was awake.
It didn't. He didn't. But thank you so much for getting everything together for this show, as always. And a big thank you to Mr. Zachary.
The pleasure of the whale.
Storman. As always, I am Kyle Mocha. For Kyle Mocha Won't Shut Up. We'll see you guys next time.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. Fuck the fans.
Fill up.
And Phil Spectors.
Mood.tv.
There's nothing more egomaniacal than singing the theme music for your own show. Who am I? Kelsey Grammer. If I could only drink like him, we're gonna write a new one every week. Some will be sad.